Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at a little 2D indie puzzle platformer called Finding Teddy. And how many times now have I had to say that statement already? 2D indie puzzle platformer. I feel like the market's a bit saturated these days, in the same way that it's usually saturated with shooters and the like, but such is life. Here's our little pixel protagonist, whose teddy has been stolen by a horrible spider leg that came out of her closet. I don't think it's started yet, but I might be wrong. Oh. I thought I fucked up the controls, but no, you just have to click on the closet to go into it. There's our late title card. So already you can tell this is one of those games that goes for the sort of retro-y, pixely art style, but it seems to be already on the stronger end of that spectrum. Okay. Actually kind of looks like Super Brothers Sword and Sorcery EP. It's got that similar art style, at least the background, not so much the character model. Sure, let's talk to this giant thing. I guess we chose poorly. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Kind of a grim way to start our adventure, being eaten by a giant garbage can. So I guess it's not really a puzzle platformer, it's more of a classic point-and-click adventure game. Which, thinking about it, is exactly what it's described as on the description page on Steam. And I was just forgetting. Alright, so we have an item. And I guess we can go down here now. This frog is musicking at us, but I don't think we can return the favor. If you find it weird, you can't really go anywhere in the environment unless there's something to click on. You can't just, like, walk. Like, I guess I can't do anything with this, thing? Music reminds me a lot of Anodyne, that sort of top-down Zelda-esque game that I looked at quite a while ago. It's got a similar sort of weird, dreamlike quality. Got a feather up there. Guess can't do anything about that yet. We angered the giant robot bee by breaking its flower. Oh, is that the only option? Is to yank the flower? Guess we need some inventory to solve that problem too. Oh, okay, double clicking will actually let us sprint to the edge of the screen. Seems like the sort of place a little girl doesn't really belong. Second there, I thought we were just gonna like drink that and die. Seems to be a Sierra-inspired sort of adventure game where everything kills you. Okay, we need a feather to put on this thing's head, I can already tell that. Sounds similar to the Frog's tune, but not quite the same. Maybe we can record that and play it back? I bet this guy's gonna kill us too. Guess the jar, the glass, whatever, doesn't help us here. Does it only play that tone when we can't go where we're clicking? Well, I guess this would teach us how to make a frog bridge, if we use the song from that frog. I'd have to remember the symbols for it. All I remember is the @ symbol looking one is at the end. Waterfall thing, 2 standy things, and an @ I have a feeling we want to use the glass on this waterfall thing over here. Oh, it's the B. Where was that waterfall? Maybe we can use that on the plant by the bee to make it grow. It also seems to lack this sort of detrimental side of death. Like, death doesn't really seem like a huge penalty here. You just get a death animation and then you go back to where you were. There's no, like, checkpointing. Alright, we got the bee robot queen really high, I guess, and she gave us a saw. Maybe we gotta trade this for bigger on sword. Saw. What would we use a saw for? Could we cut this tree down to get the feather? Seems like a lot of tree for a little girl. Didn't think so. We still got our jar. There, waterfall tree stand at. I was gonna say, do we actually know the symbols here? So we want this one, and then this one, that one. Did we just learn the frog song? You know, our protagonist here looks kind of unhealthy with their completely pale white skin. Maybe she's an albino child. Can we do anything here? I guess we need to be small to go through there. Can't, like, crawl. Alright, I guess we'll dip back into the cave, see if there's any solution in there. And then, I don't want to go too far into this, because I don't know how long it is. It does certainly seem like a game that's kind of meant to be explored. I guess that saw is probably not the right answer here. I'm wondering if we get like a musical instrument, because there was that like panel that popped down, but we can't seem to do anything with that now. The only thing I could think of would be to use the saw to somehow get the feather, because everything else doesn't really seem like we can do anything with it right now. Wait, one of these things is glowing. Alright, I guess it doesn't matter. There's nothing of value in this room. Can I maybe water this too to make it bigger? I I got myself a stick, maybe? I'm not really sure what that is. Honestly, I'm glad that I was wrong about this and it's not actually just a puzzle platformer, because I don't mind this being a point-and-click adventure game. There certainly aren't very many of those anymore. And this one seems a lot simpler, I guess? A lot less dialogue tree heavy. Well, obviously, since there's no dialogue, it's pretty easy for it to have less dialogue than any other game. My solutions right now are pretty much just rub every item we find on this guy until he does something other than kill us. But she doesn't actually seem to use any of the items. Wait. Is it... Can we use this stick as a flute? No? Alright, well, I guess we're gonna call it here, since I'm not really sure where to go. I don't really want to just wander around for the rest of the video. So yeah, that's Finding Teddy. Seems interesting, and I like the art style. I know a lot of people are starting to wear thin on the pixel art style, but I still think it looks alright when done right, and not just going for a straight Nintendo aesthetic. Since I'm not even sure Super Nintendo could do it. Well, I guess it couldn't, because this is like... I want to say it's 32-bit, but trying to fake it as 16. You know, trying to look older than it actually is. Looks better than it would on the hardware they're trying to emulate. But yeah, it's neat. I like that it's an adventure game without, you know, dialogue trees cluttering up all the puzzles. It's just, hey, straight up find your items and rub them on whatever you can to get solutions. Anyhow, I've been Shadefire. This is Finding Teddy, available on Steam for like $7. Probably available on all of the other PC usual suspects. And I think it's pretty neat. I have no idea what the 0 out of 15 is, however. But I guess that'll be a mystery for y'all to solve. Until next time, you folks have yourselves a fine day, and keep a tight grip on your teddy bears, won't you?